Today I'm going to show you how to manually cold start a heater. If your auto igniter or your auto start batteries are dead or whatever, you're needing to cold start a heater. If you're new to a kerosene heater or something and you're using one in a workshop or using one to heat your home or something and you're needing to know how to cold start one without batteries, we're going to open the, then we're going to crank this all the way up. Now I'm going to push this little auto igniter. All this is going to do is lift the coil up for me. So I'm going to press that in. I'm going to lift the coil up just enough to get a lighter under it. Use a cheap lighter, dollar store style lighter. You're going to hold it just like this. We're going to stick it up under. That's how you light one. It'll take it a few minutes to warm up. Always seat your coils. There will be debris and stuff, charring and stuff that'll get on the bottom. Carbon and stuff will build up. Once you seat it, it'll start. You'll see it steam up from where it's so cold. You'll see the coils now it's starting to warm. This is what you're waiting on basically, is your coils to heat. Always keep your knob turned to the highest point while heating it. You'll see condensation right here. But you'll see how fast it's warming because you'll see the condensation go in and dry up. Then you'll see the flames will start out low. And it'll take them a minute for it to warm up. I usually leave this door open so it can get enough airflow to get it started. Sometimes it takes a little bit more airflow than normal, so I usually wait till after this steam is gone to shut this door. That's usually how I know when to shut the door. Now you'll see the flames will start rising. It usually takes a while for the flames to get to their highest point. If it's cold, around 40 degrees or somewhere close to 40, it'll take the flames a little longer than normal. The heater will be a lot colder than as if it is in a warm house. If you're in a house that's fairly warm and it's been kept warm, and the temperatures has stayed above 50, then your heater will warm a lot faster. But this is cold starting one, anywhere in the 40s, maybe lower. This is how you start it. Now you can see the flames starting to rise. It generally takes it a while to warm up if it's been sitting overnight, it's been cold. You usually have to do at least one or two more adjustments after it warms up. Once these coils get hot wick and stuff warms up, it'll start producing a more flammable octane. It starts liquefying the fuel more and starts building up a little bit of a gas. So the flames will keep rising as it warms. Now we got it at the highest point. Now there's a high and there's a low here. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it down on low, and we're going to see how low these flames will go down. Now that's at its lowest point. Then we'll let it warm from there. These flames will rise back up as these coals heat some more. Generally you'll hear it kind of real lightly popping. Sometimes it makes a little like ticking noise when the coals are heating. As you can see, already the flames are starting to come back up again. Some people don't give these heaters enough time to warm up, and they leave them adjusted at their highest point, and they start sooting up and everything starts getting black. You usually have to pay attention to them for a few minutes. It takes them a few minutes to get to operating temperature. The second adjustment is probably the longest to get to, because it takes a while to get up to the peak of its heat. The second adjustment usually takes about 10 minutes or more. You can see how the flames are slowly heating up. See, the coals are starting to cherry up a little bit. This is what you're waiting on, is getting these coals cherry red. Once these coals get cherry red, then they're essentially acting kind of like a catalytic converter on a car. What they're doing is they're getting up to operating temperature, and they'll start burning any excess fumes. Now as the wick starts heating up and the fuel starts warming, you'll start getting a little bit more vapors, and that's what's causing the flames to rise. This is these vapors. It gets in these coals. These coals is burning those vapors, and it's pretty much vaporizing the fuel, and then the coals is burning the vapors. This is where most of your really warm heat starts coming from. We can already see this back flame back here. See how tall it's getting already. Generally I use the heater with the flames about this high. when warming up. But if they get much higher, I usually adjust it back down and make a second adjustment. But it'll usually run for a while like this. The flames will run about this high, which is, according to the manual, normal operating. This is the length you want to pretty much keep your kerosene heater flames. You don't want to get them too high. Let's see. If flames gets any higher than this, looks like this one's going to stay at this length. If they get any higher, all you're going to do is hold this knob that's under spring tension. You're just going to hold it at its highest point, press the manual shut off, and hold this down while holding this, and then slowly roll it down a click or two until you get the flames to stay at this height. If it gets higher than this, it looks like this one's going to stay like this for a while. Now, this is what I generally call normal operating. That's what they normally operate at, from my understanding. It's pretty clean and it keeps enough airflow going through the heater to keep it cool. But it's also warming, putting out quite a bit of heat. So this is how you cold start one. A lot of people's kind of wondering about starting one with a cheap lighter. They're pretty simple starting, especially cold. And that's how you cold start a kerosene heater.